Good evening. A day after the US State Department said that Pakistan is still giving safe havens to terror groups like the Lashkar and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, tonight we're going to expose how these groups operate with a free hand, no restrictions whatsoever, not in some remote corner of Pakistan, but right in the heart of two of its biggest cities, right in the heart of the capital, Islamabad, and in Lahore. CNN News 18 is getting you video proof. Videos of two public rallies, one on the 16th of July, the other on the 19th, which is just yesterday. This video has been procured by our investigations editor Manoj Gupta. It shows how terrorists have a free run in Pakistan. Syed Salahuddin, a man who was described as a global terrorist by the US State Department less than a month ago, is being openly felicitated in the heart of Islamabad. A sword and an AK-47, both of which are purportedly from Hafiz Saeed, the Jamaat-ud-Dawa chief, have been handed over to Salahuddin at this public rally. There are two legislators, Ahmed Raza Kasuri from Musharraf's party, the APML, and Senator Syed Zafar Ali Shah from Nawaz Sharif's party, the ruling party of Pakistan, both of whom are seen sharing the stage at this public rally with known terrorists. There is also Abdul Rahman Makki, Hafiz Saeed's brother-in-law, and now, for all practical purposes, the de facto head of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, who is openly calling for jihad right in the heart of Islamabad. This is a CNN News 18 global exclusive. First up, let's bring you up to speed with the 7 big takeaways from this video proof that we are laying on the table right at the start of the show. Pakistan's most wanted terrorists, the likes of Syed Salahuddin, Abdul Rahman Makki, are all rubbing shoulders with leading politicians. No more this distinction between state and non-state actors. Both state and non-state are on the same stage right in the heart of Islamabad, right in the heart of Old City in Lahore. Pakistan's terror bosses are sharing a stage with their netas a stone's throw away from the Pakistani National Assembly building. This is happening in a place called I-8. It's a most posh district in Islamabad. It's happening less than 5 kilometers from the Pakistan National Assembly building. The new boss of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, Abdul Rahman Makki, global terrorist Syed Salahuddin, both of them are trashing not just India, they're also trashing the United States, they're also trashing Nawaz Sharif and the ruling establishment in Pakistan. And this on the very day, on the 19th of July, the very day the US State Department puts out its annual report saying that there are terror havens in Pakistan, both for the Lashkar-e-Taiba and for the Jaish-e-Mohammed. This open rally right in the heart of Old City in Lahore. Musharraf's party, Nawaz Sharif's party sending representatives to this rally. And they are openly supporting the biggest terror face of Pakistan, Hafiz Saeed. Never mind that he's under house arrest and has been since the 30th of January. He still, for all practical purposes, controls the terror apparatus in Pakistan. Backed by the ISI, Pakistan's terror masters are openly taunting Nawaz Sharif, who's been besieged by the Panama Gate investigation. Hafiz Saeed purportedly gives Syed Salahuddin a gun and a sword as a token gift. Why? To defeat Modi, the Indian Prime Minister, and to take Kashmir away. Let's now play you this video proof. We've divided this into 5 different excerpts. This public rally, ladies and gentlemen, 2 of them. The first one happens on the 16th of July, less than a week ago. It happens in an area called I-8. It's one of the poshest districts of Islamabad. At this rally, a sword and a gun, an AK-47 at that, are presented to Syed Salahuddin, purportedly from the Jamaat-ud-Dawa boss, Hafiz Saeed. Listen to the absolute repulsive stuff that comes out from the mouth of these terrorists, comes out from the mouth of Syed Salahuddin, a man who is globally prescribed as a terrorist. This is a CNN News 18 global exclusive, part 1.
हिंदुस्तान फतह और कश्मीर आजाद हो गया।
Now listen to the global terrorist Syed Salahuddin, the founder of the Hizbul Mujahideen, who calls on the youth of Pakistan to wage war against India and sacrifice themselves. Not in the name of Azadi, ladies and gentlemen, not in the name of Azadi, not for any kind of liberation, but in the name of Allah and in the name of Islam.
मेरे सामने दौरे सामने से गुजरे हुए हजारों जवान मौजूद हैं, मुझे बताया गया है। पीर साहब, यदि आप बताएं सब के सब रख्त सफर बांधे हुए, कलाशनिकोव थमाए हुए, गज़्व हिंद में अपना किरदार अदा करने के लिए तैयार हैं। मेरे दोस्तों, जवानों, बुजुर्गों, ये जो मुझे अमीरुल मुजाहिदीन प्रोफेसर हाफिज सईद साहब की तरफ से तलवार पेश की गई, ये तो हाफिज साहब की तलवार नहीं, जनाब इमामुल मुजाहिदीन मोहम्मद रसूलुल्लाह अलैहिस्सलाम की तलवार।
Syed Salahuddin saying, this sword that's been presented to me has been presented to wage jihad in Kashmir, not in the name of Azadi, but in the name of Allah, in the name of Islam. Let's now play out clip number 2 from this exclusive CNN News 18 global investigation, where two politicians, one a senator from the ruling party, the PMLN, his name is Senator Syed Zafar Ali Shah. He is seen openly sharing a stage with Syed Salahuddin and Abdul Rahman Makki. And another from General Musharraf's party, his name is Ahmed Raza Kasuri, who are openly singing praises of terrorists like Hafiz Saeed and Syed Salahuddin. These are politicians from mainstream political parties, ladies and gentlemen. Pakistan has for long played out this bogey that there is a difference between the state actors and the non-state actors. Here you have it in the heart of Islamabad at a public rally on the 16th of July, the state and the non-state actors both on the same stage.
पाकिस्तान की बुनियाद ना लिसानी कौमियत है, ना सकाफती कौमियत है, ना जोग्राफियाई कौमियत है, बल्कि पाकिस्तान की बुनियाद सिर्फ और सिर्फ मुस्लिम कौमियत है, क्योंकि हिंदुस्तान के करिया करिया खलियाने खलियाने में कायद आज़म रहमतुल्लाह अलैह की ज़ेर क़यादत एक ही नारा बुलंद किया गया कि पाकिस्तान का मतलब क्या, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह।
जनाब नवाज शरीफ साहब की खिदमत में दरख्वास्त करता हूँ कि आपने उनकी बात मान ली, बात पूरी हो गई। अब आपको कश्मीरी मुजाहिदीन, कश्मीरी आबादी, कश्मीरी वो मजलूम जख्मी, वहां की औरतें, बच्चे, ये पाकिस्तान की आवाज है कि खुदा
Mainstream politicians, one from Nawaz Sharif's own party, the ruling party, another from Musharraf's party, the APMLM, are both openly calling for jihad in the presence of known terrorists, internationally proscribed terrorists like Syed Salahuddin and Abdul Rahman Makki. Let's now bring you up to speed with clip number 4. Ever since Hafiz Muhammad Saeed was put under Nazarbandi, or house arrest as it were, since the 30th of January, the man who has taken over the reins of the Jamaat-ud Dawa, the man who is the de facto boss of the Jamaat-ud Dawa, Abdul Rahman Makki, is also part of the same rally. Listen in to what Abdul Rahman Makki said at this rally.
शब्बीर शाह कैद है, कश्मीरी रहनुमा कश्मीर में कैद है, हाफिज मोहम्मद सईद अमीर लाहौर में कैद है। या अल्लाह तेरा शुक्र है हम कम अज कम एक मंजर तो यकसा पेश कर सके कि अगर मेरे भाई कश्मीर में कैद है तो मेरा अमीर लाहौर में कश्मीर की वजह से कैद है। तस्कीशुदा अमवाल का उतना फिक्र नहीं जितना तारीख की आजादी कश्मीर के कत्ल का गम है। सन 2017 को कश्मीर के नामकरण, इसका हल, सबसे बड़ा हल, एक हल, इकलौता हल, कामयाब हल, पूरा पाकिस्तान मसला है कश्मीर में, उधर कश्मीरियों के साथ, इधर अमीर मोहतरम हाफिज मोहम्मद सईद के साथ, गली गली, शहर शहर, नगर नगर, कश्मीर की तारीख, कश्मीर का मसला, कश्मीर पर ब्रीफिंग, कश्मीर हॉट इशू।
So Abdul Rahman Makki, the de facto boss of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, in two separate rallies on the 16th in Islamabad, on the 19th in Lahore, calling for open jihad. And our final clip in this super exclusive procured by our investigations editor Manoj Gupta, clip number 5, on the rally that happened on the 19th, right in the heart of Lahore. The heir, the terror heir of Hafiz Saeed, his eldest son, Tala Saeed, beseeching upon Pakistanis to change the name of terror in Kashmir and instead to call it a freedom fight. Listen in to Tala Saeed as he beseeches the followers of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, the people of Pakistan, to continue to wage jihad in Kashmir. This is again on the 19th of this month, just yesterday, a rally right in the heart of Old City in Lahore.
आज अफसोसनाक बात यह है कि पाकिस्तान के अरबाब इख्तियार हमारी असेंबलियों में बैठे हुए जिम्मेदार आज वो कश्मीर की तहरीक को दहशतगर्दी समझते हैं, जिस तरह हिंदुस्तान कहता है, जिस तरह सुषमा स्वराज कहती है, जिस तरह मोदी बेईमान कहता है। आज हमें इस अफसोस को समझने की जरूरत है। हम तेरी सारी साजिशों से बाखबर, हम तेरे सारे मंसूबों का काउंटर करने के लिए तैयार। याद रखे हिंदुस्तान, ये जनूबी एशिया के अंदर ग़ज़वा-ए हिंद को बपा करने वाले मुसलमान 400 साल, 500 साल, 700 साल हुक्मरान रहे।
And this rally, ladies and gentlemen, is on the 19th, which is yesterday, on the very day the US State Department put out its annual report and said that Pakistan is still giving safe havens to terror groups like the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed. How do we trust a country like this? Internationally proscribed terrorists are being given a public stage right in the heart of Islamabad, right in the heart of Lahore. Let's bring in our guest panel tonight. Here in our studios, Major General K.K. Sinha, defense expert here at CNN News 18. We'll be joined in a moment by GVL Narasimha Rao, spokesperson of the BJP. We're also joined on the panel tonight by Tariq Pirzada from Islamabad, political and defense analyst. Naved Chaudhary, senior leader of the PPP, joining us via Skype. Michael Kugelman from the Woodrow Wilson International Center, joining us from Washington, D.C., again via Skype. And we'll also be joined in a moment by, we're also joined by Nitin Gokhale, defense analyst. I want to start with you, Major General. Two rallies on the 16th, on the 19th, one in Islamabad, one in Lahore, and the second one happens on the very day the US State Department comes out with its annual report. This is a joke. This country is a joke. They've made a joke of international counterterrorism efforts. I mean, it's a complete joke what is going on.
Absolutely, absolutely, Zakka. See, this is not a joke. It is a slap on the international community which wants to take Pakistan and declare it as a terror state.
No, it should be declared as a terror state. I mean, if the US State Department still can't figure it out, on the day that they put out their report, there's a public rally by the Jamaat-ud-Dawa, then what is this but nothing but a terror state?
Yes, Zakka, I want to bring it out. This report, you see, this report is the annual report, which is started somewhere in 2000 itself. In this form, the present form is started in 2004 and 2016 report, which we see. If you compare it, all the report, and I will take it the benchmarking from 2015 to 2016, the naming of this foreign terrorist organization, whether it is JM or LET, both appeared earlier.
Yes.
Because they were declared in 2001.
So what is the point of a group being internationally proscribed? If they are having open rallies in the heart of Lahore and Islamabad, what is the point of proscribing them?
Absolutely. And if you see that, after this report, The Congressman Ted Paul, he was absolutely disgusted with the report. He said that the American has to declare him that the Pakistan is the state which is sponsoring terrorism, not less than that.
Tariq Pirzada, what sort of country is yours? On the very day the US State Department says your country is giving safe havens to the Lashkar and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, there's a public rally right in the heart of Old City in Lahore. Just 3 days before that, right in the heart of Islamabad, with proscribed terrorists like Syed Salahuddin and Abdul Rahman Makki. You're making a mockery of international systems.
Well, Pakistan is saying what the State Department report 2 days ago said, that if the open dialogue on Kashmir is not possible due to certain compulsions, I'm quoting the State Department, then this is the time for secret negotiations on the resolution of Kashmir.
Why don't you answer the question I'm asking you, Pirzada? The question I'm asking you is, I'm showing you open visuals of a public rally in Islamabad on the 16th and a rally in Lahore on the 19th, where proscribed terrorists like Salahuddin and Makki are being felicitated.
Have some patience. Have some patience. Okay, here's the answer. Sayyid Salahuddin, Hafiz Saeed, Hafiz Abdul Rahman Makki, anybody who is even 1% in favor of liberating Kashmir from the clutches of Indian occupying forces has the support of 200
Syed Salahuddin has been proscribed by the State Department less than a month ago. You should have some shame. If your country doesn't believe in international rule of law, you should be ashamed of that fact, Tariq Pirzada. Less than a month ago. Nitin Gokhale, I fail to understand this. I mean, if proscribed terrorists like Salahuddin and Makki and Tala Saeed can carry out open rallies attended by hundreds in the heart of Islamabad, in the heart of Lahore, openly calling for jihad, then I think the US State Department should take a serious relook at whether it can carry out its writ around the world, including in so-called major non-NATO allies like Pakistan.
I think the time has come for Washington to actually review its own policies towards Pakistan. It is mocking the Pakistani authorities, as well as these proscribed terrorists are mocking the State Department as well as the US administration. And even if there are compulsions that they have of geopolitics, of looking at Afghanistan through Pakistani prism, I think they need to take this review because otherwise their whole credibility that the US administration has been carrying on for such a long time as a worldwide power and a major power is going to be at stake. That's point number one. Point number two, when the US State Department says that the safe havens are still available for these proscribed terrorists, I think it is not really the problem with the civilian government there. It is the ISI and it is the Pakistani army, which has for long, as we know, has been using these terrorist and terrorist organizations as their strategic assets, and therefore they have to act against these proscribed terrorists.
No, when it says safe havens, you would imagine. No, Tariq Pirzada, hold your horses 1 second. 1 second. When they say safe havens, you'd imagine it's happening in some remote part of POK, somewhere in the back of the beyond of Muzaffarabad. This is I-8, the poshest district in Islamabad. Michael Kugelman from the Woodrow Wilson International Center. I mean, what worth do we ascribe to this State Department report, the annual report that was put yesterday? And on that same day, Michael, we have this massive rally that's undertaken by Tala Saeed and Abdul Rahman Makki in the heart of Lahore. 3 days before that, in the heart of Islamabad, less than 5 kilometers from the Pakistan National Assembly, you have Syed Salahuddin being felicitated. I mean, the US State Department needs to take a serious relook at what's going on in Pakistan, a major non-NATO ally, as they describe it.
taking the lead when it comes to Pakistan policy in this administration. It seems that the White House and the Defense Department are leading the show when it comes to policy toward Pakistan. Well, look, this State Department report, as I think was mentioned earlier, there's nothing really significant about it, just because it said what's been said for so many years by the State Department in the past and by other U.S. government agencies. I think that by coming out and saying that Pakistan provides terrorist safe havens, that really pales in comparison to what, for example, Admiral Mullen had said a few years ago when he said that the Haqqani network is a veritable arm of the ISI. I think that's a much stronger statement. So I think we shouldn't read too much into what came out of the State Department report. But you're right that the bigger question is, what should U.S. policy do? And I think the Trump administration is moving toward a harder line than the Obama administration had taken when it comes to Pakistan.
No, Michael, can I ask a simple question? Less than a month ago, when Mr. Modi was in the U.S. for his first visit to meet Mr. Trump, Syed Salahuddin was proscribed by the State Department as a global terrorist. That same man is addressing a massive public rally in the heart of Islamabad. I mean, what's the worth then of declaring him a proscribed terrorist?
Well, absolutely, and this gets to a question of leverage and influence. I mean, how much can the United States really do when it makes these decisions and when it takes these actions, whether it's, designating certain individuals as terrorists or cutting aid? My own view is that Pakistan is going to continue to stick with these same policies, regardless of what the United States may do and the threats that it may make. This is something that we've seen over time, over history. So I think that the U.S. really faces a conundrum, and I don't think we should overstate the influence that it has over Pakistan.
Okay.
And yes, it's sent all this aid and all this money there, arms over the years, but at the end of the day, would Pakistan really change its position? Would it really think about relinquishing ties to these terrorists? If the U.S. were
if you're giving billions, I'd imagine that you'd want them
Michael,
to change their position.
I will try to interject here. See, when your State Department and Pentagon is in the favor of giving the military aid to Pakistan, even that F-16 is cleared. See, when they are saying that only conditional military aid, so you are not even stopping that. Why can't you do that? The complete money is going or funding this terrorist organization. So you don't do the lip service. You have to act. See, India has, we know that if we have to do it, if we have to actually counter this terrorism and finish it from the, from the soil of India, we have to act and act tough. We have to do it. We have to put the cost on the Pakistan at our own. We understand. But we are talking today, we are discussing about the, U.S. role on this.
Okay.
U.S. has to get tougher.
No, let me also get
Michael, I will ask the Michael. See, your report is, your policy on Afghanistan and Pakistan is going to come within 3 months' time. Are you going to do on this policy that you are going to cut this military aid and going to take a tougher line?
Well, I mean, I think it remains to be seen what the United States does with Afghanistan. This policy has been long delayed. My own view is that so long as the U.S. continues to have a military presence in Afghanistan, it's going to want to do what it can. I'm talking about U.S. government. I'm not saying this is necessarily my position. The U.S. will want to continue to have a workable relationship with Pakistan so that it can ensure certain things, such as having access, use of roads in Pakistan to get, transport supplies and so forth into Afghanistan. So there's certain constraints here, in my view, that make it very unlikely that the United States would really take a drastic step, such as declaring Pakistan as a state sponsor.
Let me go to GVL Narasimha Rao. I mean, here is a man, Syed Salahuddin, proscribed by the U.S. State Department less than a month ago as an international terrorist in the heart of Islamabad, being felicitated with a sword and a gun. Why? To liberate Kashmir, not in the name of Azadi, but in the name of some distorted jihad. GVL Narasimha Rao, if as Michael says and as Major General Sinha has said, that the US... Tariq Pirzada, will you just shut up? Tariq Pirzada, will you shut up? Will you do yourself a favor and just shut up?
What's the difference?
Will you just do yourself a favor, gentlemen, and keep your mouth shut? I'm asking a question to somebody
you
else.
keep your mouth
why
shut.
Why don't you follow
Jacob,
some television
you are
etiquette?
a pygmy.
I
you are
am
a dwarf.
asking a question
you
not
don't
to you.
know right
I'm
from
asking a
left.
question
And when
to
it
somebody
comes
else
to
who's been
foreign
waiting
affairs,
patiently.
You don't
So
know
follow some
anything
TV
about
etiquette.
foreign affairs at all.
Rao. My question is to you. If, as Michael says, and if, as Major General Sinha says, that, you know, this is as much as what the US can do, then I think the onus is upon us. I mean, how long will the likes of a Salahuddin and Abdul Rahman Makki go on cocking a snook at India?
No, Zakka, like Mr. Pir Zada, Pakistan is an incorrigible state, and that is something we know. How they have befooled United States for very many years over Osama bin Laden, who was actually hiding with the total patronage and support of the of the Pakistani army. So you know they received the hundreds of billions of dollars from US, and they actually were providing sanctuary to Osama bin Laden, the most wanted man by the United States. So certainly there is so much only US can do. Pakistan, by doing all this, is actually asking for trouble. I think it's only a matter of time before we and the rest of us surrounding Pakistan, who have actually suffered in the hands of Pakistan, we will be free to really take whatever recourse we need. There will be no friends left for Pakistan. So eventually we will have to fight our own battles. But certainly to get United States to declare Salahuddin a so-called freedom fighter, a global terrorist, is a huge victory for us.
Okay.
It's a diplomatic victory more than a moral victory. And only yesterday, if I'm reading something, House Appropriation Committee in the US, a panel of the Congress has actually approved a bill to stop all aid to Pakistan. So I think if this gets approval in the House of Representatives, I think Pakistan will certainly suffer a big blow.
We're also getting in other panelists. Rajiv Dogra is joining the debate. Naved Chaudhary is also joining the debate. But I first want to go across to Rana Sanaullah. He's the Punjab Law Minister. Mr. Sanaullah, these are rallies that are happening in the heart of Lahore, in the heart of Old City in Lahore, where Abdul Rahman Makki, Tala Saeed, these are proscribed international terrorists. How do you justify allowing such people to hold public rallies in your province, sir? Mr. Rana Sanaullah, can you hear me, sir? All right, let me see if we can go back to Rana Sanaullah, the Punjab Law Minister. But welcome to the debate, Rajiv Dogra and Naved Chaudhary. Rajiv Dogra, what we are basically showing is video clips of two rallies, one on the 16th, one on the 19th, which was just yesterday. The first one in Islamabad, the second one in Lahore, where in public rallies, the likes of Syed Salahuddin, Abdul Rahman Makki are sharing a stage with PMLN senators, with Musharraf's party's legislators. I mean, what's going on? This whole state and non-state distinction is lost. This is a public rally.
Well, the state and non-state distinction was really in our minds. It was never in Pakistani minds. These public rallies have been going on for a long time. And just now there is a reason to celebrate Salahuddin because his terrorists are undertaking a lot of strikes in Jammu and Kashmir in recent days. So I can perfectly understand that. But let's come to the larger question. Let's not get bogged down by these individuals. The larger question is that when Mr. Trump went to Saudi Arabia on a so-called anti-terrorism conference, Mr. Nawaz Sharif was not allowed to speak, neither by Saudi Arabians nor by American guests.
Okay.
The reason being that everyone knew the reality of Pakistan.
Rajiv Dogra, I'm really sorry to interrupt. I'm really sorry to interrupt, but I think they've connected Rana Sanaullah again. Rana Sanaullah, if you can hear me, we have pictures of this rally. Yes. We have pictures of this rally, video of this rally that happened on the 19th of July, just yesterday, in Lahore, where Tala Saeed, Abdul Rahman Makki, who are proscribed terrorists, are addressing a public rally. How is this even allowed? How is this even legal, sir, in Punjab?
I have not have any information that yesterday there was any rally in Lahore. It may happen that the few persons belonging to Hafiz Saeed may have gathered there to demand for the release of Hafiz Saeed, and you may call that gathering as a rally. But I have seen today's newspaper, and I have not come to know that there was any rally in Lahore.
Sir, this happened in the old city. This happened in the old city of Lahore in a place called Nasir Bagh, very close to the Jinnah Center. It was addressed by Abdul Rahman Makki and Tala Saeed, who are the brother-in-law and son of Hafiz Saeed. Are you saying that the Punjab authorities, the police, did not have any knowledge of this rally?
I think I have not, it's not in my knowledge. It may have a very small gathering of few persons. If they gathered anywhere in Lahore for the demand of release of Hafiz Saeed. So if there has been a big rally, then necessarily media would have covered that, and that news of that rally.
No, but we have video clips of this rally. So you are saying that either the Punjab authorities did not know about it or you did not know about it, but nonetheless the rally is happening. There are about 10 people on the stage.
I think that I think that either I do not know it,
okay,
or it may possible that the clips you have received, that may be of any other day, not yesterday, and they may be of so many.
So how do you react? The US State Department just put out a report just yesterday saying that Pakistan is still giving safe havens to groups like the Lashkar-e-Taiba and the Jaish-e-Mohammed, and we have video evidence of public rallies being taken out by members of these two proscribed groups. Don't you find it contradictory?
No. There are two things. The first is that these groups are banned.
Yes.
And now they are not functional. They have no office, no section, no activity.
They are put under observation.
And the other thing is that the person to whom you are named, that is Hafiz Saeed or his followers, we have no evidence there that they are involved in any act of terrorism.
No, I'll get it. Can you just clarify, sir, can you just clarify what is the status of the Jamaat-ud-Dawa? What is the status of the Lashkar-e-Taiba? Are they banned in Punjab?
Yes, they are the banned organizations.
So then how are they taking out rallies? How are they taking out rallies?
But that rally, that may be gathering of some persons, followers of Hafiz Saeed, as you have named, that one was his brother-in-law and the other was his son. So they may have gathered there to demand for the release of Hafiz Saeed because he is arrested and under detention for a
So it's okay as per Pakistani law. Is okay as per Pakistani law if there are rallies by banned organizations and by proscribed terrorists?
No. That rally may not be in the name of Jamaat-ud-Dawa or Lashkar-e-Taiba. Lashkar-e-Taiba and Jamaat-ud-Dawa are the banned organization that no one can do any act under their banner or in that name. But the persons who are the followers of Hafiz Saeed are the friends of Hafiz Saeed.
Sir, there was also a gentleman by name Senator Syed Zafar Ali Shah. Have you heard of Senator Syed Zafar Ali Shah? Yeah? He's from your party,
Senator
right? Syed Zafar Ali Shah.
He's ex-senator. No, he's not from senator now.
Okay.
He was a senator.
He's from your party, right?
He's now.
He's from your party,
Yes,
right?
he was from.
He's from the PMLN Nawaz,
he was
right?
from my party.
He's from the PMLN Nawaz,
Yes.
which is the ruling party in both
Oh
Pakistan.
no! He was not awarded ticket of a senator last time.
Oh, fair enough.
So from that day, he's now angry man.
Fair enough. But he belonged to your party, the ruling party in Punjab as well as in Pakistan. This gentleman was also there in the dais on the stage with these proscribed terrorists. A mainstream politician is sharing a stage with terrorists. That's okay with you?
I think that I am not in knowledge of that rally in which these persons were there, and the senator Sayyid Zafar Ali was, ex-senator Sayyid Zafar Ali was there. The ex-senator Sayyid Zafar Ali is an angry man because he was not awarded ticket in last election of Senate. From that day, he is now speaking and very loudly against PMLN and against.
What about a gentleman named Ahmed Raza Kasuri from the All Pakistan Muslim League, Musharraf's party? Have you heard of him?
He is a madman.
He's a bad man.
He's a mad man.
Okay. He's also on this stage, by the way, sharing a stage with Syed Salahuddin and Abdul Rahman Makki.
But the question is that these persons, that is Hafiz Saeed, that is his son, that is his brother, are his borrowers. They were working in the name of Lashkar-e-Taiba earlier. They were working in the name of Jamaat-ul-Dawa. But they never took part in any act of terrorism here in Pakistan.
Okay.
They are only outspoken against that atrocities which are doing in Kashmir by the Indian Army.
Mr. Sanaullah, can you give me 1 second? Sir, can you give me 10 seconds?
Brutality,
can you give me 10 seconds, sir?
Which is being done.
Sir, can you give me 10 seconds? Because I want to play out.
No,
I want to play out. I want to play out what both Senator Syed Zafar Ali Shah and Ahmed Raza Kasuri said in that rally, and then I want you to react to that. Can we just play that chunk out?
पाकिस्तान की बुनियाद ना लिसानी कौमियत है, ना सकाफती कौमियत है, ना जोग्राफियाई कौमियत है, बल्कि पाकिस्तान की बुनियाद सिर्फ और सिर्फ मुस्लिम कौमियत है, क्योंकि हिंदुस्तान के करिया करिया खलियाने खलियाने में कायद आज़म रहमतुल्लाह अलैह की ज़ेरे क़यादत एक ही नारा बुलंद किया गया कि पाकिस्तान का मतलब क्या, ला इलाहा इल्लल्लाह।
जनाब नवाज शरीफ साहब की खिदमत में दरख्वास्त करता हूँ कि आपने उनकी बात मान ली, बात पूरी हो गई। अब आपको कश्मीरी मुजाहिदीन, कश्मीरी आबादी, कश्मीरी वो मजलूम जख्मी, वहां की औरतें, बच्चे, ये पाकिस्तान की आवाज है कि खुदा।
But Mr. Rana Sanaullah, you have a senator or a former senator, as you call him, from your party saying that Hafiz Saeed is kept in house arrest because of pressure from Washington and Delhi. Do you agree with this?
It is correct that the steps taken against Hafiz Saeed and Jamaat-ul-Dawa, they are based on those information which were given to us by the USA that these persons are involved on act of terrorism there in Kashmir Valley. But we never received any evidence by Delhi or by Washington or by United Nations about those acts of terrorism which are blamed that these persons are involved in those.
So why are you keeping him under house arrest, sir?
But now the question is.
No. So why are you keeping him? Why are you keeping him under house arrest? If either you are correct or Syed Zafar Ali Shah is correct. Zafar Ali Shah says it's because of pressure from Washington and from Delhi, and you are saying there's no evidence. Then why are you keeping him under house arrest?
No, yes, we have. It is a fact that we were asked that the evidence will be provided against these persons, but but never any evidence is given to us earlier, nor this time. But the question is,
you agree, sir, that it's okay for a PMLN former senator, a legislator from Musharraf's party, APML, to publicly be seen calling for jihad, sharing a stage with Syed Salahuddin, Abdul Rahman Makki. That's perfectly allowed in Pakistan? That's perfectly allowed in Punjab?
But I think that we should realize the situation, and we should diffuse this situation. And this situation is only and only due to that brutal act of Indian Army, which is
but this is one of our guests, sir, wants to ask you a question.
That brutality.
Minister, with due respect, can I ask a question from?
If that is not there,
Minister, I'm asking you a question.
Like this.
You said that you haven't got any evidence against this, Lashkar-e-Toiba. Please see, in the United Nations Security Council, in the UN listing, the name of Hafiz Saeed is there. You blocked it through China by veto. You have got it blocked. India also in Pathankot attack in Uri has sent the dossier after dossier. But you say that you do not have the evidence. Your people came to the Pathankot. We allowed them to enter Pathankot with the promise that you are going to take actions. Then on a national television, you are telling a lie. Please don't take a lie which the whole world will laugh at you. There are enough proof. Please, for the God's sake, again you are telling lie. Jamaat-e-ud-Dawa, you have not put them in the banned organization. You have put the separate list for Jamaat-e-ud-Dawa into observation list. Why you are telling lie? Because you will get away in Indian television, but you will not get away in Pakistan. There is a report even of today. It is in the list of observation list.
Doing one-sided,
the foundation, JIJ Foundation, is raising funds.
You are doing all this only to clarify and only to defend that brutal act of army, which is.
Don't worry, the brutal act will reach to you. The army is all out. Army will take action on ground. And the phase 1 of the operations are the cleaning of operations. Once we do it, we'll reach to your neck. We will reach to Syed Salahuddin, Hafiz Saeed. We will reach there. The days are not very far off. Minister, for God's sake, India will bear the cost on you so much that will stop.
You have to stop your army.
Army is not going to stop by your saying. Army is doing the thing, the cleaning operation first at home, and then will reach to you.
Can I ask you a question? Your federal JIT, the Joint Investigation Team, came to Pathankot, came to Delhi. When will you allow our NIA team to come to Punjab, sir?
No, the team of JIT are the officials who were there in Pathankot. No evidence was given to them, and their observation was that in the Pathankot incident, the persons of your own
but the understanding was reciprocal. We allow your team to come. Sir, one second. We allow your team to come, you allow our team to come. When will you allow our team to come to Punjab, sir?
We are to do mutual efforts for combating for the eradication of terrorism, terrorists. Either they may be
mutual efforts.
Kashmir,
so when will you allow our NIA team to come, sir?
Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
Sir, when will you allow our NIA team to come?
But you are
Mutual
only
efforts. I
talking
agree with
about,
you, Minister.
Jamaatul Dawa, and you are not talking about the Raj,
when will you allow? When will you allow?
which is doing terrorism in the KTK.
When will you allow the NIA team to come to Pakistan? When will you allow the and I agree with you, by mutual cooperation we can take on terrorism. So please allow our NIA team to come to Pakistan. When will you allow our NIA team to come to Pakistan?
Okay, I have not to allow that permission is given by the federal government, and if if your government agreed to talk on these issues.
So if somebody, I want to round up. If somebody gives you this video evidence, we as an Indian channel has managed to procure this video evidence of open rallies in Islamabad as well as in Lahore. And since you are the Law Minister of Punjab, if somebody gives you this video evidence, will you take action against these people? Will you stop them from holding future rallies, or is that not in your control?
But these are correlated with that act of terrorism which are being done by the Indian Army in Kashmir and Iraq.
I'm asking about Punjab. I'm asking about Punjab. Let's leave aside Kashmir for a second. You're the Law Minister of Punjab. Will you allow terrorism? Will you stop, sir? Will you stop allowing such rallies in your province, in your city, if somebody brings you the video evidence of this rally that happened on the 19th? These are prescribed organizations. These are banned.
Yes, of course. Why not?
Okay. All right.
Yes, of course. Why not?
Rana Sanaullah.
The rallies from the prescribed organizations are not allowed.
Thank you, Rana Sanaullah. Let me get in the others into the debate. I mean, you heard the Law Minister of Punjab, Major General Sinha. I mean, I find it dumbfounding that here's a man, a minister, a senior minister, does not know the fact that such a massive rally has happened in his city, in Old City.
Actually, Zakka, he's misleading. He is misleading the Indian public.
Of course he knows.
He is absolutely misleading. See, first thing, you must know in Pakistan, the center of power at two places. One is in Rawalpindi, where the GHQ, where the ISI, army, and these mullahs, and these terror organizations leaders, they make a policy. There is also in Islamabad, political. These guys who are the ministers have got no say whatsoever. I do not know whether...
No, it's not just no say. It seems like he doesn't have a clue.
He doesn't know.
Is this how it is in Pakistan? I mean, you just heard the Punjab Law Minister. He didn't seem to have a clue. Either he's lying.
He's lying.
Either he's lying
or
he doesn't have a clue.
It is a blatant lie. He doesn't know what is happening.
What do you mean fabricated, Tariq Pirzada? Take back your words. This is happening right under your nose in your city on the 16th of July.
Shut up. You're telling me to
this is happening right under your nose, and your Law Minister in Punjab does not even know about it. Shame on you. By the way, my question is not to you. My question was to Naved Chaudhary.
And you are telling me that I should withdraw my
words. Show some patience to Naved Chaudhary, a fellow Pakistani senior PPP leader. He has been waiting. He has been waiting. Naved Chaudhary, is this how it is? Whether it's a PMLN government or whether it's a PPP government, usually the politicians don't know when such rallies are happening? Or is the Punjab Law Minister lying through his teeth? You heard him.
What you wanted to say. Actually, we wanted to convey you that there was no rally over there. Only when the people were standing there and they were chanting for the release of the state. They wanted it in the underway that they were failure. In the speeches done by another thing, that is a different story. It is not a rally for action. And Kashmir rally cannot be declared as a terrorist rally, I think.
Sir, a rally that's attended by hundreds of people is happening very close to the Jinnah Center right in Old Lahore. And I find it appalling. I find it atrocious that either the Punjab Law Minister doesn't know about it or he's lying through his teeth to an Indian television channel. But you can't keep or hide the truth. The truth will eventually come out. 8,000, sir, for the benefit of Naved Chaudhary, Tariq Pirzada, everybody else on our panel, there were 8,000 people at that rally. 8,000 people.
I agree with you that I was saying, but listen to me.
It's amazing. It's amazing. 8,000 people at a rally, and the Punjab Law Minister doesn't know about it. I'm going to wrap up, but this is going to be our continuing coverage. We've got video evidence of two major rallies on the 16th, on the 19th, where proscribed terrorists, Syed Salahuddin, Abdul Rahman Makki, Tala Saeed, Hafiz Saeed's son, are all going on an anti-India rant. They're also, by the way, there are portions where they're abusing Nawaz Sharif, the ostensible Prime Minister of Pakistan. They're abusing the United States. And all of this is happening in broad daylight. And I can't believe the cheek of the Punjab Law Minister who said, oh, I don't know. Such a news did not appear in our papers. I'll leave you with more clips from these two rallies. We'll catch you on the other side of this break. Welcome back to this CNN News 18 exclusive at a public rally in Islamabad on the 16th of this month. Just last week, Syed Salahuddin, globally proscribed by the US State Department as a terrorist, is openly calling for jihad. Listen to this repulsive stuff coming out from the mouth of a repulsive man. This CNN News 18 exclusive and its ramifications continue on the other side. In our rolling coverage, Viewpoint is up next, a short excerpt from that public rally. Thanks for your time.